Yeah.
Slardar feels so powerful whenever I've played him.
He does. Really solid against a lot of the popular carries. Amplification means that you win essentially every carry matchup.
I think Slardar is actually just really good in any 4 Protect 1 meta. Because both teams have that one, and one of the ones has 20 less armor than the other.
Yeah, exactly. you literally just win the carry matchup.
Yeah, that's
So
all
if
it
you're
is.
in NiP's perspective right now, you second pick Magnus, and you know that Viking's just going to ban as many of the empowering heroes that you can. They've already banned Void in the first phase. Obviously, Lifestealer as well, I guess you can include. But now AM, PA, are they just going to take whatever is left? Or is it possible that they have something else up their sleeve?
I think Jug is the one that comes to mind for me as like a decent Spectre matchup, and then synergize with the Mag. It kills Enchantress. IO as like support
Sven
doesn't threaten.
Am I crazy? Is Sven banned? Am I just not seeing it?
He is not banned.
I feel like Sven is the hero.
I'm not a fan of Sven.
Sven into
here.
IO? You just kill
I
the
mean,
ball?
Sven's always good, so it's like if they pick Sven, I'll be like,
That's
yeah,
the thing. I was
makes
like,
sense.
I don't see it as like a sick mag partner or something. It's just a busted hero. It's like the only carry that's left in the pool that's broken.
I just think there's carries like Jug that can be really underwhelming, and then once you give them in power, they're just not.
Ooh, CK. So is this the off-lane CK?
Okay, they're almost certainly picking Sven
I was going to
now.
say, I feel like this has to be Sven now.
Yeah. With that in mind.
Unless...
But then if you're picking CK, you should know that, and you left it open. You banned AM before Sven.
Yeah. This is true.
I'm actually, these are the confusing picks. It's kind of like yesterday when we saw the Alk 4th or 7th pick here, and then we were just like, well, don't just pick AA or whatever. And there's,
Right.
we didn't actually have time because they just snap picked it, but oh, they go
Terribly.
tier.
Okay.
Okay. The Spectre matchup, it's pretty good
Yeah.
there.
Wins-
I personally don't like this pick though because it's. I feel like you could have just picked a stronger laner. I don't
So,
know what you think about that. But like,
because the CK illusions are strong illusions, does the Q
You
on
don't
TV...
reflect them,
You
no.
don't reflect them, okay. So that just doesn't work on illusions straight up.
yeah.
I see. So I do like this, like you were saying. Like I think this is a better matchup versus Spectre. I think you win the you win in this carry matchup, but it's obviously not a hero that really benefits from the cleave on Magnus in terms of fighting. In terms of farming, obviously he does, and then the extra damage is great for TB.
Yeah, it's just in the team fight itself. I guess they don't necessarily need AoE in the team fight.
Well, they Phoenix for the CK illusions. And Spectre
That's what I mean. They have
whatever, so
Phoenix. They like Mag himself is
Like-
decent AoE.
Lina magic damage. I guess they have decent like soft answers at least. And then hard answer in the Phoenix.
They don't actually have a way to kill TB right now, so they ban the Invoker. That makes sense. It's not just like AoE damage, but also AoE control. If they have another ban in mind that just protects the shit out of this TB, I can get behind it, because even though TB doesn't seem the best against Viking GG's lineup offensively, they don't really scale to kill this hero at all.
Do we see Zeus as a core
Oh,
anymore?
Zeus is good.
Zeus
Yeah,
is
Zeus
yeah,
mid,
ban,
Zeus mid,
yeah,
Zeus
okay.
mid. They just banned it. That's a good ban.
Yeah, that's
It's like a Spectre synergy in the sense that it disrupts team fights as well. It almost makes it impossible for a Mag to ever get the right targets.
They don't really have anything to jump them either. Like when
Yeah.
Phoenix is your best Zeus jump, you've got some problems.
Any other backline spellcasters that come to mind? Because that's exactly what Invoker Zeus are. No,
Leshrac.
backline.
Backline spellcasters? Well, I still think Leshrac is good. I don't think he needs to be. I don't think you need a backline spellcaster
Against
necessarily.
this lineup, I think you do.
I think you would prefer because there's these crazy team fight things they put on the ground.
I know this is not going to get picked. This used to be a Dota 1 thing. Lion mid. Kills the illusions. Used to be very good
Okay,
mid. Garbage
Pugna.
now, though.
Pugna.
Oh,
that's
Pugna,
it.
same idea.
The same
Killing the
idea,
illusions.
but you gave me the inspiration by
Very
talking about the lion. I actually like Pugna a lot here, depending on this Ninjas and Pyjamas pick.
Just imagine the multi-mana drain from Lion.
That would be.
It
Didn't
actually
they
is.
remove that?
That'd be epic.
Wait, did they get rid of that?
Didn't they remove it?
I don't think so.
I thought they replaced that talent. It would have been really recent.
I don't really keep up on my Lion news. Least favorite hero by far.
Lion's a.
He's garbage.
Yeah,
Real
I hate
boring
that.
concept.
That's-
Real boring
I
hero.
hate that hero because and he's on the other team. It's only annoying if you only notice the hero if you're getting stunned for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And if he's on your team, you notice it because you have to go jungle at level 3.
This is accurate.
So
So they could run the mag mid. They could run the Lina mid. They could run mag off lane. They have a lot of by they I mean Ninjas and Pyjamas. They have a lot of flexibility.
Jakiro, all right. That's
Okay, so-
decent. Protect for the egg as well.
That is a likely Lina core. Or
Yeah, I think Pugna would do poor against Lina mid, so maybe not Pugna.
I really feel like Leshrac is a super solid pick here.
It also does poorly against Lina mid.
You've set up stun
10 seconds
and the enchant and the CK will set up, not set up stun.
5
It
seconds
just
remaining.
destroys the illusions. Let's see, how long do they have?
30 seconds,
30 seconds
remaining.
Okay. If they want an illusion killer, I think they need an illusion killer.
Yeah, they have nothing.
I
they
don't
have 0
think,
AoE right now.
I think they just lose if they don't pick an illusion killer.
No, they kept that talent, I guess. They removed the other talent at level 20. Because that's a level 20 talent, right?
Are there any other illusion?
I think so.
Okay, they do.
It is the Leshrac.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh.
think
I
it
mean,
would've
their
been-
options were a bit limited.
It was
right?
limited. If Zeus was available, I think they would have gone Zeus for the backline reasons you mentioned. Like Leshrac gets in there, but he'll have a Yule, so it's
It's like, I think Lesh is a strong hero, so I don't hate the Lesh pick. It's just that my idea is that they have heroes that go in already, and I'm nervous that Leshrac, who is a hero that has to be point-blank range to do the damage he wants
Mag
to deal,
Phoenix are going to be
can't
too strong.
actually tank Lina Terrorblade Phoenix.
And Mag, yeah.
All right, who you guys got?
I'm gonna go Viking. I feel like they just played insanely well in the last game. A couple of
Charlie has to
Issues here or
prove me wrong after that last performance, so I'll go with Viking.
All right, so we'll see if that ends up coming to fruition after this short break. Game 2 coming up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Monster Energy Dota Summit Online. I'm ODPixel here with Lacoste, which is getting ourselves ready for the action of Game 2 between NiP and Viking. Lacoste, what do you reckon about the drafts this time round?
I like what I see from NiP. I think they have a much better draft. There are no egg hitters on the enemy team. They have sick ways of protecting the egg. You have Ice Pat, you have RP, LSA, you name it. It's I think even though they have like 3 long cooldowns, I'm gonna count Meta a long cooldown ulti, because I always feel like it's the ulti for TB. They can still fight around. Even if they don't have one of those ultis, I still feel they have a much stronger lineup that they had in game number 1. Don't get me wrong, like the lineup they had in first game was strong. It's just the execution, the way they played it, the way they itemized, like it was not synced.
No, yeah, I've got
Straight
to agree.
up, no.
Yeah, just no. Yeah, it was a rough one. For sort of the moves they tried to make in game 1, NiP, Viking just had their number, but I think you're right. I think this time round, NiP's lineup looks just a lot more solid across the board, and sort of looking at the things overall this game, this decision from NiP to go with the Terrorblade, Charlie. I mean, how do you sort of feel the Terrorblade does sort of work out against a Spectre? Like, what bits of the game is this Terrorblade going to be at a strong point where the Spectre might not be?
I think he's still going to be on top of net worth on TB, has a mag. It's not a fighting empower for him, even though he still gets the extra damage, but it's more of a farming tool where he just clears the jungle, clears the lanes with the illusions, and I just want to see how much he can get out of the lane. So it's going to be IO and the CK, pretty strong lane, a lot of sustain, a lot of life steal coming out from that Chaos Strike. Look at IO's item build. Fairy Fire to raise.
Oh, wow. All right, okay, giving that passive regen in.
And he's bringing Headress.
Okay, yeah, interesting moves here from Aramis. Definitely not the norm. I mean, the norm that we've been seeing on IOs really has just been that brace of tangos. But Aramis just coming straight up with this early passive regen that should make for... We'll see how strong of a lane. Obviously, right now against the meta, they're going to take some hard hits, but... in fact, Toby
needs to be careful.
Yeah, walks up, takes a dual breath to the face, has to turn with the stun onto Charlie to stop him from nearly killing him. As Toby has got a salve. Still a lot of damage being done there for the TB.
What they can do against TB, and a lot of the top tier teams are doing it, he pops the meta, one hero hides here, and they just kill him. Like, he's a 500 HP hero, pretty easy to take down, especially if you have any kind of slows/stuns. Mid matchup, this is the matchup that I want to look at.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very skilled matchup where, like, Lesh needs to put a second point in the Lightning Storm for extra harassment, and I think... I've been thinking about, like, what's the worst Ags in the game for a very long time. I thought, and I was so wrong, that Leshrac Aghanim Scepter upgrade is very weak. Bottom lane, Era will go down probably, or will Shad go down? They're level 2.
They get it first, Viking. First blood to them as they bring down Era. Shad and Celery will be fine. As Shad, plenty of tangos to keep himself healed up in the lane.
Yeah, this is something that also happens quite a lot, where enemy team, like, they get, or one of the teams, they get level 2 faster than the other team and start playing aggressively instantly. This is a sustain lane. Celery going for Nature's Attendance. Artemis killing the courier on the top lane. They're dropping low once again. They need to bring some extra regen.
It seems, yeah, with the amount of damage and harassment Charlie and Misha are able to do, this passive regen of Aramis's IO isn't quite enough to keep Toby sustained.
Have a point in Chaos Strike.
Yeah, going full in on the aggressive. So purely relying on Aramis to give that sustain and not relying on getting any sort of lifesteal with his passive. Not having
he needs to get it on level 3. This hero does not have any kind of mana sustain. He has one of the worst int gains for a strength hero as well.
Yeah, he's getting out of Mango, but there's no way that he's going to put second point to one of his other spells, right? No.
1.2 per level.
Oh, wow, that's a dumbass hero.
Well, CK, K stands for KEKW, it seems.
And C stands for the grade that he got. And well, let's see what's at level 3. What's he got? No, he's taking it. He's not putting any in the passive. He wants to fight. He wants to go.
He needs an alt talisman for this kind of build and bring some extra mangoes.
Well, let's see. They're going full in for the aggression here. As Aramis, he's going to be fine with the tether across still, though. It's difficult for them to play the lane into Charlie when he has his meta up. They're still doing a very good job of it.
Not putting a single point in Chaos Strike, you're not regening, you're not dealing more damage. Like, you're not even using your abilities. He didn't use a single spell for more than a minute.
An interesting approach. As mid lane, gank comes in. Celery's able to wrap around, get the slow off onto Supreme, and Supreme will be taken out. Early action here for the two supports of Viking. Joining forces with Boom to push down onto the mid. Era's come over, has got an invis. Not really too much you can surprise these two with. Yeah, top lane. I mean, Toby is just sitting around. He's got no health, no mana. What's he got coming out of the career? Has got a Mango coming in. And also Aramis tethering him up. So we'll keep him alive. Mango's popped. Even with the Mango, he's barely got mana for one of the spells. Here we go.
Well, he has to choose wisely. Which one do I use?
Let's see. I mean, still, he's been getting good farm on this top lane. There we go.
There
He's
it is.
got enough
Full
for the
combo
two
with
of
a
them.
stick.
Not enough damage, though, to kill Misha off. As now he's out of mana again.
And will be left alone. Needs 1 CS to be level 4 and does not put a point in Chaos Strike.
No, he's maxing it. Maxing it. I love it. Chaos Bottom Reality Rift. He wants to fight. Now, Misha and Charlie trump the chase down. I've got the slow, the dual breath, but Aramis is over again with the tether. He'll be fine. More stuff coming out of the courier. Extra salve now for Toby, so he'll be up in the HP at least.
Like, I want to see the percentage of how many times CK did not get Chaos Strike until like level 5, 6. I don't think it happened. Not even.
I mean, you're assuming he's getting it at level 5 and level 6. He ain't gonna get it. He's ready to go all in on the bolt and the rift. I love it.
I know why you love it, man. I play a lot with you, Owen, and you're the king of different builds. Of when I say different, I'm talking about type of build that's gonna lose you the game. Bottom lane, net. But that's not enough to kill the Phoenix. Phoenix farming with the Empower. Sick.
Alright, so next level stuff here. Just a bit of a buff, get those denies in. Whilst the Magnus is out of the lane. Look at the progress of both carries. Sharp, 31 for 9. Up top 27 for 5. Charlie a little bit further behind, but still neither of them getting shut out completely. There's now top lane. Matter up again. as Charlie and Misha will proceed to try and push Aramis and Toby as far back from the wave as they can. Oh, this mid lane continues to be very close here. Boom with that slight XP lead after getting that kill with the help of the gank. The Supreme still getting some good farm from mid. As bottom.
Oh, that's a big kill. It's a core mag, and Spectre just got level 6 off of that. Working towards that blade mail that our panel discussed about. It's a viable build once again. Like, I see people in pubs, I see people in pro games also rushing it once again. Just needs to bring some mana regen to be able to participate globally in team fights, and she's not being contested at all at this bottom lane.
Nice, it's a big free far from top lane. Toby, he did take the point of 5, so now got a point in the passive. Here we go, he's trying to try and drag it on to Charlie. At the same time, the Misha Supreme, they turn over to Boomer with the Laguna. They've taken him out. Aramis maybe also in trouble. Misha, what's he got? Ice Path, not going to catch either of them.
Misses.
Yeah. Both spells off the mark there as NiP unable to catch either Toby or Aramis, as those two will live. Still there, they got the big one thereafter though. Big nuke coming in with the Laguna, and Supreme that would put an end to Boom. Celery.
Oh, Lena might die to 2 supports. Yeah, she's dead.
It certainly looks like it.
Enchantress.
All right. I mean, the supports are making all the action happen around this mid lane. The second time that Celery and Aramis swing by and take Supreme out of action.
These are 2 supports who don't have any kind of stun, but they are making the rotation with the slows. They have enough, and now they're pressuring the mid tower. Lashrak 2 points in Edict. This tower's gonna go down, and Lashrak found the best item for himself. He's gonna keep that for sure, better than some tier 2 items. Faded Brooch, mana, move speed, exactly what this hero needs.
And that's incredibly early. 8-minute tower. I know you're absolutely right. You know, Celery 2-0-2 on an Enchantress, and it's you don't expect him to get that much action this early on, especially when his other supports the eye. Sablelight's going to try and turn, drag Boom back with the shockwave, RP down.
Laguna ready.
And they've got the burst. Boom will fall there. The 4 of them actually coming over to have a look at this one. NiP, everything being put towards the efforts to take Boom out of the game. They'll be able to do so. It's leaving the side lanes open. Toby getting some solid free farm top, and of course down bottom, Shad continuing to go uncontested. Now with the blade mail finished, he's kind of a hard target to make moves on.
Yeah, level 2 dispersion, gonna be level 3 pretty soon. The one thing I dislike is him not having any mana. Like, he can join a team fight with the Haunt, 5 sticks is not enough to use a Spectral Dagger.
Has he got anything coming out? Not at the moment, but as you say, we'd expect to see him get some Mango clarity out so he can be in a bit of a better fighting shape.
And it's also a freebie tower on the top lane. They're making a move. Shad should know something is up. Yeah, there's the rotation. They're drawing on a minimap. Like, they understand. They want to kill Spectre. Also, Deep Ward already placed by Io. So he sees those stacks being made by Jakira right now.
And we see the timings as well from Aramis. Very solid. Mech's done. And Boom's got the catch on Misha. 3k lead being held onto right now by Viking, and 10 minutes in, 2 tier 1s taken away. You look at sort of the state of the tier 1s on Viking side. They've barely been touched, as there's been no early game pressure from NiP so far.
They even find Mango Tree. These are really nice item for Viking right now. Mana sustain for Io, for Spectre, that you know, we already discussed is having a hard time, especially if she's spamming out those daggers on the bottom lane. 2 towers gone. They can make aggressive moves in the enemy jungle where TB just wants to keep farming. Yeah. Mag, what is he going for? Just Guardian Greaves. Problem is, this type of lineup does not have any kind of initiation, and I think if they just keep farming on the Viking side and try to get some pickoffs, it sounds like an easy game for Viking.
Yeah, and you like this from Shab, where we see it sometimes when the Spectre feels the game is good, just blade mail into straight Radiance.
Not against TB. Not a big fan against the Reflection.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll see if Shad commits to it. I mean, obviously it's a long road to go towards that relic. Maybe he'll see the opportunity to go for something different, work towards a different timing. It's top Toby. Gonna try with the chase.
There's the
Haunt coming in, looking to join forces. They're on Supreme. Supreme trying for the TP out, but they've got the damage. Supreme goes down. That extra bit of firepower being brought in as Aramis comes in with a relocate, getting Boom involved as well. 4 heroes immediately appearing on top of NiP and very quickly get the kills. They're going to start wrapping around towards mid. Saberlight's got to be careful.
Saberlight needs to be careful. Skewer, but they might chase. Dagger is on, so they see him. Doesn't even have a TP. This should be a kill.
Yeah, looks to be it. They're going to have another dagger in a second here with Shadsmanner going back up. Slow him down with the lightning. Saberlight, what else has he got to offer? He's going to try and deny himself to Mud Golem's not going to be able to do it, though. Aramis with that last right click gets the kill. Saberlight goes down.
Yeah, he tried to kill the Mud Golems once again, but they already beat them in the previous series.
That was a good one. Yeah, it's already looking like another bit of a rough one here for NiP. Down 5k already. I mean, Charlie's farm's still good, but the fact that this Lesh is having such a good start has definitely got to be a worry for TB, because the stronger this Lesh is early on, the longer Charlie's going to have to wait before he's actually kitted up to turn up and able to deal with this damage that Boom's going to have kicking out from him.
Yeah, and he already has the Yule Scepter zooming in with the move speed 410 at the moment. They have a lot of tower pressure, a lot of sustain coming out from Io. And I like what the Celery did in this game. He put 1 point in nature attendance in the laning stage. He just showed it like, you try to harass my Spectre, I'm just gonna heal him. There's the reload.
He just goes straight in with the setup onto Supreme, with the relocate coming in. They're going to look for more. Saberlight tries to skewer Boom away, but they're able to take him down. They're going to be able to take down the egg too. 3 heroes dead up top. Viking just some solid setup here, really. Anytime Toby just lands down a Chaos Bolt, easily the time for relocates to come in. And once again, Viking just playing incredibly active on the map like they did last game, and just not really giving NiP any sort of room to accomplish anything in this early game.
Yeah, NiP is just counter-reacting to what Viking are doing right now. Like, I don't see any aggressive moves. I don't see any smokes. They're trying to defend a dead tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Also, this is not the kill that they're gonna get. RP is available, but there's still tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. They're showing 4 heroes right now. So tier 2 tower gone. They're already taking their outpost. This game is just falling apart, and it also opens up the Roche for Viking. They have enough damage. Maybe what they need is just 1 fight. Minus armor is okay. They have a lot of sustain, so everything working fine.
Yeah, and as you say, you know, it feels like for NiP that they are trying to turn up and react to these moves from Viking, but the lack of setup and lack of catch, you know, we see them sort of running at these heroes on Viking after Vikings accomplished an objective, and the Yule Scepter's now done on Supreme, but before that, there's just really nothing to sort of stop Viking just getting out of there.
I think the game plan for NiP right now is we try to out-farm them. We try to get some farm on TB once he joins the team fight. Right now, he was not involved in a single kill, and I mean, they only have 3 kills.
Now, playing fully the farm game here, Charlie, but even at that, you know, he's still the Spectre Shad's ahead of him, and Boom, he's even further away here with the kills that he's got. Nearly level 12, 2 on the Lesh, and Shad has the money looking towards that relic. He's getting very close to it. That Radiance is definitely on track to be a solid timing this game, but as you say, might work as a bit of a double-edged sword. Could potentially give Charlie something strong to utilize for his own team if he's able to find the reflection.
But it's still gonna be a sick timing on the Radiance.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just Radiance, it's a Blade Mail, Wand, the Wraith Band treads into Radiance. Haunt is up again, it's a level 2 ulti, so 20 less seconds. And Spectre wants to use it. Charlie getting very close to his Mantis style. Like, we didn't see the full strength of the NiP's lineup. They need Charlie to join a fight and see him hit heroes with the meta.
See what the plan is, because I feel like for the Terrorblade as well.
Lina
right?
top, Lina dead.
Yeah, they're in. Supreme's gone. He's having a rough one this game. 2-5-1.
They're playing so aggressive right now.
Saberlight is going to steer over. He's got the RP, but it's just down onto the one of them. Haunt comes in. Era's caught out by the stun. He's not even going to get the chance to pop his supernova. Saberlight tries to TP out, but he's dead before he gets anywhere close to being successful with that attempt. 3 dead, 11k lead. I mean, it really is for a second time this series. Viking are just looking to be that much more of a stronger squad right now.
I mean, if Charlie just wanted to farm, maybe he should have built a Battle Fury on TB as well. Just hit the creeps faster. I'm being sarcastic right now.
I was going to say, don't encourage him.
Guys, you know,
don't encourage him.
What is he saying?
No, but for the same time, there's also going to be a couple of guys and girls watching that are going, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to go build Battle Fury on my Terrorblading pubs.
Yeah, you know.
It's not terrible.
Pretty smart.
It's actually not bad.
I should definitely listen to it.
I did it once in a game where I was playing with PPD, and he never played with me again. But it wasn't bad. I went Battle Fury, Radiant Spots, and he wasn't happy. But we did win. We did win. Didn't matter. He never wanted to play again. But it was a great game, and I love you. I love you, Peter.
Battle Fury, huh? When it's a bad Battle Fury game. Spectre, they're trying to make a move. No stuns. Dust is available.
Oh, hello. Chad.
I
mean, what a gank.
It doesn't care. Chad just walks out there. They might get Toby here. On the toggle and the glimmer and the heal. Aramis is actually able to keep Toby alive. He's not going to die, and now NiP's in a bit of an awkward position. They're going to turn their attention back over towards Shad. Look at the ice path onto Aramis. They'll kill off the Io. So they can get more. Toby's already been able to turn and take down Misha. Celery getting low, but again with the Glimmer Cape. Celery keeps himself alive. Stun. Era gets the supernova off. Toby burning down low. Laguna's out onto Boom. Toby will be able to step away, but Boom's been left behind. He's up in the air with the Yules. Tries to turn, but he's nuked down. The Lesh will fall. NiP able to claim that big kill. Might be able to get Celery too by the looks of it, as they've found him with the dust. Celery trying to run, but NiP chasing onwards. And Celery, he'll fall. NiP.
Okay, once Charlie joins a fight, we can see that they're much, much stronger. And this is the hero that they need to focus. Io, I saw 3 dusts being popped in the previous fight. So everyone is ready for this Glimmer Cape pickup on Io. Spectre just 50 gold away from Radiance. Then it's going to be a different story. Taking over the outpost, 19 minutes in. Lena Boots of Travel. Okay. I don't think that's the item. I think right now, since you're 9k gold behind, you need to invest in real items.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's a greedy item.
Global presence that they have. Relocate. Just one setup from or slow from Enchantress will give you enough time for a relocate or Spectre to use a haunt, and you're dead. Also, one thing we didn't talk about is Enchantress taking over some of the TB illusions. That's gonna be big.
Saberlight. No, he's already out of it. Now this Shad Spectre, definitely going to be a bit of an issue. Still, Charlie keeping up in both levels and farm. Going for the Skadi next, making sure that he's got some solid raw HP to work with against the slow sort of burn of the magical coming out from both Shad and Boom.
Thing about Lashrak is he can't really be the frontliner unless they're playing around him. When there's meta, Egg, Laguna, he needs to be careful. He is tanky, sitting at 14 armor at the moment, almost 2000 HP. But it's a burstable hero, considering the heroes that NiP have at the moment. You know, so they might need CK to run in, or Spectre try to reset a couple of times with the heals coming out from Io. Also, Nature Attendance is maxed out. 2 Glimmer Capes already on both supports. How many dusts do they have right now? Phoenix, no. Phoenix 2 dusts, Mag 1 dust, and 2 sentries on Jakiro.
Okay. Got decent detection. We'll see this Roshan that Viking are looking to set up to take. Should be theirs without too many issues. As NiP still very much happy to play the waiting game for Charlie to get these big items online. Particularly when he doesn't have the meta on. Still 40 seconds down.
And CK has Aghanim Scepter queued up. So
Yeah.
that's gonna mean
Yeah.
a bit of lag, you know.
Oh yeah. That's.
Someone changed the name to Shad Crying yet?
What? Who was that? Don't know if you guys. Oh, you guys do see that. It's true. Shad crying. I don't think Shad is crying this game. He's doing quite well. Maybe crying with laughter. you know?
Shad will
He's
be
having a great
crying
time.
when I'm done.
What's that? Shad will be crying when I'm. Who's that having a? It must be one of the NiP lot having a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Back on and into Roshamp.
Money to burn.
Maybe that's what the DC was for, you know. Get a few name changes in there, drop a few memes on Shad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice Rosh. Dropping as well. Incredibly fast, this Roshan. Will be Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, those name changes really affected Shad's gameplay. Like, he died 0 times.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see. Maybe it's, you know, in the long term, it might affect him. It might have hit him. We'll see if he starts to make mistakes now. Still a 10k lead. If any mistakes are to be made here by Viking, they've certainly got a pretty nice cushion to fall back on right now with the lead that they've got. NiP are out. And looking to strike. Is a move into this Aegis though, and into Haunt. They've got to be confident with the initiation that they do find, and as we say, you know, the initiation itself is kind of what's lacking. So rather hard for them to move in off the back of these smokes. Celery steps forward, he's able to dispel it, and instantly NiP having to back off. Just a little too hard to really make a play with it.
But he fakes it? He does not.
Supreme just left behind. I mean, they knew that Viking were coming back across there. And Supreme decides to hang around for a creep camp. Error. Gonna fall as well outside of the base. Boom's able to just move over and get a very easy double kill. Bottom lane, Saberlight and Charlie, they're setting up for Shad. Let's see if they can do it. RP down. Do they have the damage? He's jumping around. Oh, where'd he go? They got him. They do get him. They're able to take down the Spectre, and also both of them, Saberlight and Charlie, get out. So maybe indeed Shad, he might now be crying.
They got into his head.
I did.
Boom. They're gonna be relocated back. Spectre, no Haunt for 2 full minutes. They dealt some damage to the tier 2 tower. And I've talked about Aghanim Scepter on last track because it's a kind of a forgotten item. I mean, last track is really not a hero that's been picked a lot lately, but I've seen the power of it. That's why I said I thought it was bad, but man, I was wrong. Like, this Aghanim Scepter is extremely powerful.
Whoa, Misha. See ya. Charlie. Has Charlie got a backup plan here? He's going to need a backup plan.
There is the backup plan.
Where's the backup plan? Is there any backup plan inbound? It doesn't. Oh, nice
dodge.
massive dodge. Oh, Sunder as well gets him back up to decent HP, and he's going to be able to turn. There's the backup plan, Charlie. He's got his own insurance there with the Sunder. He's able to turn. Well, now look towards Saberlight. Saberlight caught outside the base, can't quite make it back. But Charlie doesn't die. The Terrorblade lives, and they do take away the Aegis out of Boom.
So with Phoenix getting closer to Spirit Vessel, that's going to be very powerful against those heals coming out from Io, and also TB just finished his Eye of Scotty.
Okay. He's getting the arms, Charlie, and still yet to die this game. He's playing it smart, playing it safe.
I mean, I heard panel talk about like Charlie heroes. Is it Faceless Void? Is it Lycan? I also saw Charlie winning the games on the Terrorblade so many times. I also remember one particular game where he decided to buy Aghanim Scepter, like the Fear Radius AoE. Were you watching that game when you say yeah, or you just want to sound smart?
Because no, I'm just thinking of it because it's one of those things you don't get to see a lot, but I imagine it can be good, right?
It is. It's definitely not the item that I expected from him to buy. I think it was like 3rd, 4th item, but it won them the game.
And was that because it had a few changes, right? Like it originally was on when you sundered it, Feared, and now it's a separate ability, right?
Now it's a separate ability, yeah.
So it's much
No,
better.
I believe it
Oh.
was when you used meta.
Dire's bottom
Oh yeah,
tower-
you're right. That was what it was originally. Yeah, it was when you used meta it fit. Now it's separate.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
There we go. Boom. Smoked up. See if they can catch. Charlie's already out. Arrow, Saberlight, and Misha. Arrow might be found. Yeah, boom. He's caught him.
Bit
He's
of
going to
early.
pop the egg. They'll still be able to end the egg. And Saberlight, he's skewered into a little bit of a scary position. Shag coming in with a horn. Saberlight's going to go for the TP out. Oh, they've got the damage. It's taken out. Shad actually diving up to the high ground. He's underneath tier 4s here. He's going to get Ice Path. And
Where's
Shad's
the
dead.
heals? Where are the heals?
There wasn't any. They couldn't get in. They couldn't save him. And Shad dying in an incredibly aggressive position. And they might just find more of this at NiP. They've got the Ice Path down onto Toby. Sentry out as well. Charlie's in with the Scotty damage. Toby pops the Phantasm. He will live. But Shad dying once more. And maybe the mental warfare works. They broke him down. And maybe he is balling his eyes out now, Shad.
Viking, they might need to make a pause, and one of the guys just changes their name. to
Change some
Shad, we
name?
got your back, buddy.
Shad, stop crying. They need to help him. Shad's struggling. He's diving in, and deaths like that's certainly not going to help. As Charlie picking up on the action. That's going to push him close towards the gold tower and a BKB. And once that BKB's done, he doesn't care about any Radiance, and he certainly doesn't care about this Leshrac.
Aghanim Scepter completed on Lash. He's also level 18. Pulse Nova level 3. It's 200 AoE damage. Also, whenever
Yeah.
Pulse Nova is activated, there's going to be a lightning storm hitting a random unit every 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And when you get this, do you then take the Lightning Storm talent at 20?
I've seen players
So both-
taking both.
Okay.
Like Pulse Nova damage is still better choice in my opinion.
Cyberlight.
RP, where's the real low?
He's
Dual
got the
Scepter
locked out.
interrupted.
Yeah, they'll be able to make sure that Aramis cannot take Charlie out. Sorry, Boom out of there. Boom goes down. Supernova pop. Toby's got to run. Supreme holding his ground with the BKB. Laguna's down. Toby will fall. Another solid hold here from NiP.
It really
As-
does not feel like Viking are 12k gold
No,
ahead.
not at all with these sort of fights that NiP's pulling off.
I believe that's a full BKB. Yes, it is. On Charlie,
Yep.
can they kill it? Io, Aramis going in.
Oh!
One more hit. We'll do the trick. So 3 minutes without a BKB.
Radiant structures
That's pretty huge. This BKB was going to make things very hard for Viking when it came to killing Charlie. Now they've just given themselves a 3-minute extended window. Try and continue to use this advantage against a Terrorblade that inevitably, when this BKB is done, it's going to be very hard for them to deal with in these team fights. Charlie's going to be pretty invincible.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spectre had all the free farm in the world, and those 2 deaths actually costing her quite a lot. Also, like Radiance, it's a expensive item, 5,000 gold, which does not give you any tankiness and can be turned against you. You said it's a double-edged sword.
No, I think Viking, for the lead that they do have, I imagine they did feel that they would have been able to do more, and this Spectre would have been able to take over to a greater extent, which at the moment just hasn't happened. I mean, right now Shad he is 3k at least behind Charlie, and we're going to see Charlie go for that build that you mentioned that you did see him work
Yeah.
with before, going for the Ags next.
Yeah, this is a game-winning item. Sometimes you need to think outside of the box, and I already mentioned in the first game that one game. It seems like I watch quite a lot of NiP games, or just quite a lot of Charlie, where he, went for Yasha and Basher on Troll, and this game he just went for that Aghanim. So this is something that usually you don't see. It's
No.
almost a 4-second fear. So
And it's
imagine
a
how much
massive
you can
radius,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also gives you an opportunity to land a good RP, Ice Path, or just protect the egg ability.
Yeah. We'll see them try and come in to make a move, but straight away, as soon as he's in on the fight, they're going to lose Boom. The Lesh just gets destroyed as he tries to enter in on the front lines. Viking having to attempt to get out of here. Saberlight will go down, but both Toby
double LSA.
and Aramis They're caught in the stun. Toby burning down to the sun rays. Supreme hot on the chase. Lands the light strike. They're closing the gap in onto the CK. Toby will fall. Triple kill for Supreme. And it really does feel every single fight with this lead that Viking built up, it just doesn't show at all. NiP are winning every single team fight right now.
Yeah, and that was a fight without Terrorblade's BKB because his courier is still dead. He'll just go through backdoor protection on tier 1 tower. Roche might respawn actually will respawn in 50 seconds. Quite a long respawn time if it spawned earlier. NiP would just straight up take it.
I mean, it's really looking right now that Charlie is going to do, as you say, you've seen him do many times before, just take the game home as the Terrorblade right now.
Money to burn.
As he is massive. Right, courier taken out, but by the time it's going to be back up, he's not only going to have the BKB coming out, he's going to have the completed Aghanim. So a huge just jump up in effective power for this Terrorblade, which he doesn't even need. We're seeing Charlie in these team fights already, just shredding through the heroes and Viking being unable to get on top of it. Now it's going to be infinitely harder for Viking to deal with this Terrorblade.
And Boom adjusting his item build, he understands, like, I can be easily bursted. I want to be on top of TB, deal with the illusions, deal damage, but I need a defensive item. BKB is not going to save me against the TB damage, so I'm just going to get E on this. Try to, you know, stall the game, especially if they get a good initiation. Try to stall a team fight. Boom will take Aegis one more time while Spectre is holding the cheese, going for BKB. Like, I really don't think this Radiance paid off in this type of a game. Yeah, it's good against the illusions, but not against TB, because, you know, Reflection just makes Radiance on your own team. And she's not tanky enough. Like, having something like, let's say if you bent Mantis style with that Blade Mail and then Scotty Abyssal Blade, you still have ability to lock down any threat. Like, you have this Abyssal Jump. There it is. Terrorblade has that Aghanim Scepter.
This is going to be... again, you know, even though they are 11k ahead, it doesn't seem like it matters. This Terrorblade just able to take the game on his back right now.
If they caught Shad, like, he's dead. He's not going to even be able to use the cheese. Oh, nice dodge, but the RP.
They've got the RP, and he's gone. The subliminal messaging really worked. The name change. That's all it took. And since that happened, Shad, I think he is crying. He's just died 3 times, and he just does not look in shape to carry the game anymore against this Terrorblade.
Even if he pops the cheese there, he does not live, because he had the Spirit Vessel on, he had the Scotty effect on, and I see Phoenix building a Shiva's Guard, also getting very close to level 18, so that means 10 hits to kill the egg. I don't think they have a hero to actually kill the egg if that hero is not affected by overcharge.
These team fights are going to be very hard for Viking. I mean, we're seeing as well, you know, Viking, they've had this lead, but after taking all of the outer towers, it does seem like the Vikings at a bit of a loss of what to actually do now. They know that any move that they make where this Terrorblade turns up, it's going to be very hard for them to come out on top. They're going to try for something. Still 20 seconds, no Spectre, but when Shad's up, he will have the Haunt ready to join. I mean, they do have to do something like this. They've got to try and fight Charlie, at least when they know that the Metamorphosis is on cooldown.
Radiant are scanning.
NiP, I know they're playing smart. Not to be caught out by these attempts from Viking.
Charlie is farming so fast, like, he got BKB and the Aghanim Scepter pretty much at the same time because his courier was dead. Suddenly has Morbid Mask and getting very close to Satanic. I think in this type of scenario, since they don't have enough burst, you actually don't save the buyback. You just go all in on the items, buy that Satanic. He's just 500 gold away from it.
Yeah, I don't think they kill him. I don't think they can. Unless he is completely alone and surrounded by 5 heroes, which isn't going to happen. NiP, they know right now. All they've got to do is play around the Terrorblade and Charlie very likely to be able to win them the game here.
Viking, what they're waiting for is BKB on Spectre. All right, they're doing it again. Let's see. Now it's FPS drop. You're right.
Yeah, we know it. Someone. I couldn't work out who it was changing the names. I mean, it's got to be one of the lads on NiP.
It must be.
Yeah, one of the name changes here. It's always hard to tell if it's been done in sort of good faith or if they genuinely, have had like a really bad pub game with one another and, they've sort of got it out for each other. Either way, it's great fun to see.
We didn't talk about Lena. Like, she is an actual damage dealer. Has her Cane Rune bottle up, BKB, 7-second BKB, and a full MKB.
Yeah, Supreme he's definitely cleaned his game up. He had a tough start. I think at one point he was like 2-6-1. But since that, yeah, he's just focused up and got the farm complete. And he's now playing around these heroes like the Phoenix and Terrorblade, these incredibly tanky frontliners. It's very likely that Supreme's able to find his position in the fight to actually get some damage done. We'll see. Still overall, definitely a peculiar game, for Viking. I think they themselves, well, I imagine they would have felt the lead that they did have. They would have realized that I think at one point, we're sort of hitting the 12k advantage. They are still up 9k overall. All three of their cores in a good place. And it's just the fact that this Terrorblade in a spot that, even with the farm that Shad, Toby, and Boom have, it's just not enough. Even Boom with this Axe build, you get in onto this Terrorblade, you said it, with the fear, Lesh is going to get sent running away, and unlikely that he's actually able to stay in range of Charlie long enough to do any sort of significant damage to him.
If you asked any of the Viking members, like, what's the gold difference right now, I think some of them might actually say that NiP is in the lead, because
I think it's got to feel like that for them, right?
Yeah, because they've been losing the last couple of team fights.
Yeah. I think if anything, it's definitely impressive that they're able to hold a gold lead whilst losing the last fights, but that's not necessarily going to get them anywhere.
There it is.
Oh, here we go. Shab will be crying when I'm done. Change name to his Dota isn't opening up. 1 second, guys. I like that. A flame mixed in with some, a very informative update. There you go. Thinking about the mental state of Shad and also the, us, the viewers, keeping us informed on the status. All in one name.
I think this is the future. This is how we should communicate.
Just through Dota 2 names. Oh my goodness. Oh, I found out who it is. Oh, of course it is. Of course it's Saberlight. He's the one on the Twitter, right, writing all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the classic Saberlight action here. Of course it's Saberlight. Should have realized that straight away. I'm not seeing any sort of rebuttal though from Viking. No name changing coming back from them. Maybe the damage has been done.
They need to support their team members.
Yeah, they got to protect Shad. All this bullying coming in on Shad. We're not having anything being said by Viking. They're just standing there while Shad cries his eyes out, and NiP just pokes fun at him. Where's the team play here from Viking? There's only so many tears this man can cry.
He used like 6 charges of raindrops 2 times already this game. Maybe this is the way that Viking can win if TB is not able to reconnect. But I still
that
think
strat has worked in the past.
Yeah.
For other teams in the history of the game, they can't reconnect. Oh, what a shame! What a shame. Happens all the times in pubs, there is this fantastic pause function, but more frequently used as an unpause function when someone DCs.
I think this is the most used key on my keyboard. F9.
F9. Because it's never a casual, oh, press F9. You're hitting it. You got to make sure that as soon as that in-game timer lets you unpause, boom, you're coming in with the unpause. So it's part
it's
of the
very
game.
far away from all the other keys that you're using, so you could not click it.
Do you go for the F9 with your left hand or your right hand? I go for it with my right hand. I'm hands off the mouse and I'm bashing it with the right hand because I feel like I've got a bit more power there.
Well, let me just check.
Would you move your left hand?
Left hand.
You keep your left on the keyboard?
But sometimes, yeah, I can also feel it hitting by the right hand because I'm right-handed, and if I want to spam it faster, I use the right hand.
Oh, I go for both. I go for the double. You know,
I hit it.
I go for the tippy tapper.
Yeah.
You know, the make sure that it's pressed nice and hard.
I downloaded the auto clicker just for the
Just for
F9.
F9.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be tactical about the F9 sometimes, especially, you know, we've got an image to keep up, you know, us casters. So when we're in games, it's much more a case of asking the teammates to press F9. Now, I can't have it say ODPixel unpause the game. That's bad for brand. You know, I've got to make sure that the support's doing it, or someone like press unpause. You can always be able to rope them in, you know, offer them a free sub or a free item. Be like, yeah, I'll give you something if you unpause.
Yeah, I like this. They're supporting.
Yep. Ready?
Their teammates. He's saying ready.
Ready?
Also, to go back to F9 talk, like if you say F9 tactics, and if you use it like during a military talk, someone would actually think you're talking about something that makes a complete sense. Like, yeah, they use the F9 tactics right there.
Yeah, exactly.
No casualties. Clean in and out.
Doing F9. Oh, here we go. Back on. Charlie's in. And we'll get an update on Shad's emotional status soon, as we'll see what he's able to pull out in the next fight. Has nearly got the BKB done. He's going to have the BKB done for the next fight. But Charlie, yeah, Satanic's pretty much complete. This wave will give it to him. He's going to be one beefy boy on the Terrorblade.
Wait up.
And Vikin's still hanging around here. Maybe seeing if they can find... Oh!
Another pause.
Oh!
Imagine if they all change the names right now. Keyboard. Yeah.
Keyboard, drums, guitar. Let's go. Charlie's starting a rock band. There we go. Try. Let's see. What's Charlie's reaction going to be coming out of this pause? If you were Charlie right now, are you bashing BKB or Manta, or are you chilling? He's chilling. Okay. Doesn't get caught out by the stun. Put the meta.
There's the fear.
On this.
A lot of lag.
Boom. He's getting low. He's able to put the Bloodstone heal. Self-heals up. Boom's going to live for now. Saberlight gets the RP. It's a big one down onto the two of them, but Saberlight's dead. Charlie still holding the high ground. The BKB now coming to an end, but he's tearing through them. They've got the stun for the Chaos Bolt.
Thunder is available, plus Satanic.
He turns straight away onto Boom, brings his HP down low. The egg's going to be successful. Celery cannot take it down. Charlie just tearing them all apart. They're struggling to kill this Terrorblade. Shad and Boom, they're trying to run back in upon him. Misha is taken out. Can they kill Charlie? Charlie's running. Boom. He's got another slow with the lightning. Stun connects. Shad's in.
They need
Charlie,
to kill him.
He's so low, but he's getting away. They'll send out the dagger. Misha did buy back for this, as Jakira's going to die a second time in this fight. As they came in with the two buybacks. Boom and Aramis buying back, but I mean, absolutely paying off. They're now in a situation. There's two heroes down, no buyback.
It really is. Oh, look at Spectre turning off the Radiance for that reflection. But
oh, that was nice, yeah.
Yeah, you need to have it on. Also, Charlie, he misused the Satanic. He used both Thunder and Satanic at the same time. This is going to be a set of racks. 0 out of 10 heroes have buyback, and Chantress just got one.
Well, there we go. Viking, well, heads up play there with that buyback. And able to come straight back in on it. And as strong as Charlie was during the BKB, Viking did a pretty good job of waiting it out, fighting around it. A steep skewer. He's underneath the tier 4s. He's off to the side. They've got the tether, but Boom takes far too much damage here for Charlie. As Charlie turns towards him, Boom gets taken out. Aramis on the high ground. Shad's just got to get out of there. They've got to try and get the rest of them back to safety as Aramis will fall by looks of it. Or maybe not the
Oh, that's
tether.
a nice
He actually is
tether.
able to get outside of the base. Aramis is still alive. Toby comes in with the counter plays in onto Era. Stun connects. They do skewer Toby off to the side. Supreme Charlie, Sableye, Era trying to chase him down. Anything else they can offer? They can. The relocate comes in from Aramis, and he's able to take Toby out to the side. Now Aramis, he's going to be going back in on this one, and there won't be anybody to help him here.
Glimmer Cape before he goes in, but they're already ready with the Ice Bat. How much lag did you have in that fight?
Money to burn.
All of it. We were
Maybe all
dropping a
of the
few
lag.
frames
I mean,
here
it's
and there.
easier to see what's happening in the fight when we're going frame by frame.
Oh, and we were talking about, well, illusions. On that sort of note, we've got the all-powerful item coming in for Shad as he finds the illusionist cape. That's the dream item here for the Spectre. But
And CK, he finds Spell Prism. CDR talent 14% and 20% coming out from Spell Prism. Let's see the cooldown on Phantasm. 51 seconds. That's gonna be a lot of confusion.
Yup. It's going to be coming out all the time. They've got to try and hold this high ground, though, as NiP, they're pushing in. Charlie
Top tower has fallen.
onto the racks. 20 seconds, no Boom. 30 seconds, no Aramis. Let's jump forward from Sableye. He's in onto Celery. Celery able to force himself out to the side. Toby turns with the stun, but Charlie's in with the man to dodge. So dodge the stun. Illusions remain on the racks. They'll finish them off. Melee racks taken as NiP get the objective and they back off safely.
Roche may respawn in 15 seconds. That's third Roche, so Cheese Aegis +1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think they need to deal with the rest. They don't have enough to actually burst the TB, so they need to go in and out. I think their main target is Lina, if possible. Try to get her, but you know, she farmed her buyback, so it's gonna be difficult. Also has a boost of travel, so can easily come back to a fight.
And we're going to see.
Problem is, Leshrac does not have buyback. I mean, he has
No.
Eon Disc, he has a lot of saves, but also one thing I noticed, what NiP is doing very well in these fights is canceling any kind of relocate plays. Every single time IO tethers, he gets Yule Scepter. Phoenix with the Yule Scepter, Lina has one. Roche will respawn in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
I mean, Boom, he could go for a bit of rap pressure here. They are going to have to respond to Boom showing down here, as someone's going to need to be in place in case Boom did push on. And they will do. TP back from Saberlight. He'll deal with the push. Boom. He's going to try and get this bounty room. We'll manage to do so. I mean, for Boomers, we can see BKB and Shiva's been picked up, just needing to continue to get these defensive items. Allow him to stay alive that little longer. BKB obviously will do a lot, but until he has the Shivas, he's still going to be very vulnerable to this high physical damage coming out from Charlie.
And Charlie hit level 25. That means extra attack range on meta. Are we close to anyone being 25? Yeah, Spectre getting very close. Leshrac level 24. That's pretty much it. I think it benefits Viking that this Roche didn't spawn instantly, because they want to have buyback on Lash, but he bought a BKB. Okay.
And Basher picked up by Shad. So, yeah, everybody other than Boom having the buyback ready to go on Viking. Of course, the all-important one being that Spectre. Got to look out for those Haunt buyback plays. Still a little bit of a gold lead for Viking, but one that does continue to dwindle with the way NiP is holding off the game. We're going to see Charlie going to go for the big guns, going for the rapier, and he's buying it straight up. Rapier is out and ready in action here for the Terrorblade.
It's not just Rapier, it's also Aghanim's Blessing. He was saving like 8,000
yeah.
gold in the bank.
Okay, so I mean, this Terrorblade is going to destroy these heroes. Charlie's damage is going to be very hard to withstand.
Let's see how fast Roshan dies. It's also refresher, something that they need. Like you want to have a double BKB, double Satanic and meta. Pew 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 pew.
There we go. Easy Roche for NiP. Charlie. Comes with the Aegis and the cheese and the refresher shot. He's taking it all.
How did they kill him? That's the question. I mean, he
It
has a
seems
refresher.
so
He has 2,000 gold on top of that. Can easily buy a refresher for himself. Spectre hit level 25, extra 5% of dispersion. Has enough money to buy full Abyssal Blade, but no buyback. I think you just save for buyback at the moment. Also, I don't think they're aware of this Divine Rapier at the moment.
They'll see it soon. I mean, what a this? I don't know how they deal with Charlie. They haven't been able to up until this point. 8-0-10 on the Terrorblade. What can they do to stop him?
Look at all the illusions, just the yellow illusions. It's very hard to approach a fight when you have all these illusions from Illusion Escape, CK ulti just cutting things out.
I mean, that is the thing. Yeah, with also this illusion spam, Viking are able to keep the lanes pushed out pretty solidly. Like, it is going to take a full commitment from NiP to run down a lane, because these illusions that are being sent out are dealing with the creep waves. You see in mid, just sort of pulling them away, and just slowly burning to the Radiance. There's a whole creep wave gone, and then now they've got nothing to push with NiP. Okay.
Yeah, for now, they need to just wait until TB's Aegis is gone. Like, I don't think they take a fight.
They're definitely doing a good job of making space for themselves as Celery. He did step forward. He's going to try and run away, but they'll manage to get the catch on him. Saberlight jumping in with the skewer back. They've got the burst. Celery goes down. Just trying to create some sort of a distraction, though, with Toby pushing up to the high ground up top. And boom. I mean, they're doing a good job of just avoiding NiP, but still making it very hard for NiP to really use this incredible power that the Terrorblade has got by just keeping this map pressure onto NiP.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Toby and Aramis, they can stick up here as long as they want. They've got TPs, they've got relocates, multiple ways to get back. And again, with these illusions, just able to push lanes pretty reliably. Supreme's going to come back with the TP reaction, start to deal with this.
Olina top lane, blocked it with the Satanic. No, actually cheese pop. No Satanic to bait it.
Toby is able to get out to the side. Mid lane, Charlie dealing with the Rax very quickly, of course. As soon as pops the meta with this Divine Rapier, the Rax are completely destroyed. He's now going to turn towards the bottom lane. What's their plan? They're coming back. They're heading back now. But the speed that these are being taken down, they're in onto Charlie.
Already caught.
RP from Saberlight locking him down, and this damage with the Rapier, too much for Boomers. Boom will fall. So will Toby. 2 buybacks coming out, but NiP, they're taking the range racks and the melee racks as well. Charlie with this Rapier doing so much. Pots the refresher, he's ready for a second round. He's in on a Boom. Boom forced out to the side. Boom will live. He'll be able to get out of there. Saberlight able to skew himself back to safety. He'll survive. The X down. They're actually able to take it out. They've got enough hits to kill it off. And now they're going to try and jump in forward. Toby goes in with the stun. Still, Charlie holding his ground here with this Metamorphosis. They've got to find some sort of way of controlling the Terrorblade. Charlie is life sitting back up. Toby again falling incredibly low, but he's able to kite it up, get back to safety. They turn with the stun. Boom trying to move back in. Charlie, he's got the Manta, turns with the Sunder. Boom. Falling low, Aramis healing him back up on the back line. Supreme gets jumped, but he pots the BKB, turns towards Shout, but Shout's in, kills him off. Supreme goes down. Charlie, what's he got left to pop? He's got the Aegis, but BKB still on cooldown for 25 seconds. Tries to turn and hit back into Toby, but the damage comes out from Boom, and he's down with the wands. See if they can do it a second time. The illusions are coming out. Stuns there. He goes down a second time. Here's Viking. They're holding, and they're not done yet. They're going to chase for more casualties. It's Error. He's gone, and now he's out for 2 minutes. This is dieback from Error. Viking able to come in with a pretty clutch hold here. And now the game's in a position where they've got 5 heroes up, NiP's only got 4, and Error does not have buyback, so a window for Viking to maybe get something big done.
I think the big part is that Egg actually died in that fight. If he managed to reset and have all his abilities back up again, it could have been a different fight. Where's that Divine Rapier?
It's on the edge. Celery's ready to go.
That was the last hero that I checked. Like, I checked all the 4 heroes, and I was like, yep, I mean, Ench is a pretty good damage dealer if they don't focus her down. Now he's building Aghanim's Scepter.
All right. He's ready to sprunk his way to victory. That's Charlie. He will invest in a Rapier. Not in a Rapier, in a Daedalus.
Oh, good, Yules.
Able to dodge it. They're pushing in. He's just going to jump in on the backlines. He's in on a Misha. Misha will manage to get out with a Glimmer, but Viking, they've taken away the mid-Rex. The fortification will come out, but these illusions should be able to finish it off afterwards. Celery, he's just dealing with Charlie on his own. This hard hits coming in with the Rapier on the Enchantress. Doing the damage, Boom. Just get dragged in deep, but the heal just keeps him alive. The RP's down on the 2 of them, but Aramis is in with the heals. He's keeping Shad alive. They turn towards Charlie. Abyssal's down onto Charlie. Charlie's able to put the meta, but he's bashed. He's got no chance to turn. As they're 3 dead, 4 dead on the side of NiP. They did kill Boom, but now they're without their Terrorblade. As Charlie is without buyback, Viking, they're getting the Megas.
Megas as well. I mean, no Charlie for almost full 2 minutes. I think they don't have enough damage. Like, they don't have Mags dead for a minute and 30. It's time to finish this game. What they can try to do is TP to base, try to make some kind of a sneaky play with Boots of Travel. Lina has one available.
Shot, he's in. He's going to get Hex. Straight away, they've got the Hex, they've got the Light Striker right now, they've got the Supernova. There's going to be a big stun coming into play. Shad's going to jump out with the Abyssal. They tried to end it, but Shad's dead. He's dead. He's got buyback on the side. Toby's been caught up with the Light Striker where there's going to be a pause. There's going to be a pause. Shad, he's dropping the question marks. He's wiped away the tears. He's wiped away his fears. And now he's wiping away the dreams of NiP. As Viking, they could be on the verge of closing this. The damage here from Celery with his Rapier. They've done it.
Aggressive GG. Boom calls it first. Okay, loving it.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, man, what a game. Actually, a very close one. Divine Rapier dropped. In the end, it felt like it was just TB against the world.
Yes, it really did. It was all on Charlie, and it felt like they were going to have it with how big Charlie was. But that push down bottom and the way they were able to put towards that defense, and I think, as you said, the big thing being that they were actually able to take down that Supernova. I think for the most part, this game, it's felt like the Supernova has been untouchable, but it was placed in such a position by Error that they were able to kill it. And then suddenly with that gone, they're able to run across the rest of the team fight and take down the Terrorblade twice.
Yeah, also, I mean, they fought inside their base, so all the buybacks coming out instantly. Also, Supreme was hesitating with his buyback. Maybe if he came, landed a couple of LSA to try to save TB, maybe they could have turned it around. He still had Aegis in his inventory, so yeah, but a really fun game. I mean, every single time I see NiP play, they feel like a much better team. Like, once they started this team, I really didn't think they would go far, but every single time I see them, they are getting stronger, and this is what I want to see from this kind of a team. Charlie, he really delivered on the TB. I think his itemization was okay this game, considering what he went in the first game, but Viking overall is just the more experienced and, at least in my book, a better team.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the team play was the big thing with the way the Viking were able to maneuver through those late game fights. Some incredibly hard fights to do too, especially against the Terrorblade with the Rapier. But they do it, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Viking. They'll take game 2 here at the Monster Energy Dota Summit, and with that, the series is theirs. 2-0, Viking taking the victory today against NiP.